Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Nicholas Dragone. Welcome back to some more Rainbow Six Siege news. We've got kind of a new team entering pro play here, and I say kind of because they've been around for a while, but they have not had an organization to represent. Orgless is no longer Orgless. They were just recently picked up by Wildcard Gaming after about 9 months of being unsigned, and this is Wildcard's first Rainbow Six Siege team, but they do have teams in Brawlhalla, PUBG, and World of Warcraft, and they used to have one in Apex Legends as well. They made it official just this Monday, and they'll be keeping the same roster, an Australian roster actually, that being Ethan, Emorin, Derpe, Diesel, and Neofighter, with Silex and Flux as their coach. And the idea was actually thrown around that they'd be getting picked up by Renegades, which of course did not happen for one reason or another, but they seem to be happy with Wildcard. And they've actually been doing very well in the Australian and New Zealand regions. They're currently sitting at the top of the standings with 7 wins, 1 draw, and no losses, with Fnatic just below them, and this puts Orgless in a tie for most points, sitting at 22 with Cyclops Gaming. They took second place at 6 Masters, first place in the Oceanic Cup, and first place in the Summer Series, all within this year, and they'll actually be playing today, the 18th, versus Oddity Esports. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and head to the Australian Rainbow Six Siege Twitch page, and they'll be playing again on the 24th and the 26th as well. So hey, here's a warm welcome to those former Orgless players. Hello, Wildcard Gaming. It's been a long time in the making, and I'm personally very glad to be seeing these guys getting picked up, because they are a strong team. On a different note, though, there have been a lot of issues running rampant with the release of Operation Ember Rise, that primarily being constant DDoS attacks. If you play Siege and you play on console, I feel sorry for you right now, and I might not even have to be telling you about this, because if you have played recently, you might have experienced it firsthand, but if you were a victim of the DDoS attacks, I just hope you weren't in a ranked game. Tabwire, which is a website that tracks Rainbow Six stats, actually came out on Twitter warning console players not to play ranked, saying that if you're in Diamond or Gold, there's an 8 out of 10 chance that you're going to be faced with some DDoSing. Now, I don't know if this is a real factual statistic by them, or if it's just kind of a number that they threw out, but for them to say that number in the first place, 8 out of 10, that gives me an idea of just how bad it is. See, I never really experienced these problems personally because I am a PC player, but I don't think that the PC side has had nearly as much issues as the console side has had. However, there's always going to be someone doing it. Another player took a screenshot while he was experiencing one of the attacks, and you can just kind of see how everyone's ping is in the thousands, and apparently, most of the time, you don't even get a chance to play, you just get kicked out. YouTuber Get Flanked made a great point in his video about the subject, that being risk and reward. So you have people out here who are committing a federal crime, which usually constitutes at least 1 year in prison, just to win some ranked games in Siege. And with a quick Google search, I actually found out you can spend up to 10 years in prison for DDoSing, because it does count as a cyber attack. We've got companies like Ubisoft who rely on their players and the integrity of their game to be staying strong as a company. And on top of that, it's not only happening in ranked games, it's happening in casual and unranked as well. So someone is taking the sweet precious time out of their day to ruin your day, to do something illegal that has literally nothing in return for them. Ubisoft, however, did respond about the issue, saying they've identified people doing these attacks, and they'll be issuing a ban wave starting next week that will continue for as long as it needs to. And they said they're going to lower the amount of matches per server, they're going to stop penalizing players who are getting kicked out or leaving those DDoS games, and they're going to be working on their network traffic monitoring. So they are putting effort forward to stop this, and they said something about it pretty quickly, which is obviously great to hear. Another bit of bad news, though, this one being about Goyo, one of the new operators that came out this season, and well, his Vulcan shields keep causing the reverse friendly fire system to trigger.
Kill him, kitty. Tell us.
Despite the test server where a good amount of people got to test out Goyo before he came out, this issue kind of just flew under the radar until now, but Ubisoft has commented on it. They said they are looking into it, trying to fix it. They have not given us a date for a patch yet, but we can probably bet that it'll be pretty soon because, well, if Goyo stays in this state for too long, we're just going to be seeing a lot of players just dropping like flies from matches. So whether it's an intentional grief or if it's just an accident, just be careful out there, and remember, never trust a Goyo. But following that bit of unfortunate news, that does conclude this video. Thank you all so much for watching. My name is Nicholas Dragone. I'll be seeing you guys shortly with another video. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Goodbye.